What is up, you guys? If you are watching this video, you may be thinking about getting a baitcaster. So if you're like me, I'm budget minded. I always need something that's cheap and it's gonna work. But baitcasters are kind of funny. Not everybody's really good with baitcasters, and I've seen some guys spend tons of money on these things and can't use them worth a shit. So what should you do? I would start off with something just a little bit cheaper. And one of the best ones that I come across, this is actually what I used when I first started bass fishing, and it was the Black Max, Abu Garcia Black Max. Fantastic beginner reel. It will allow you to learn how to set them up. You can fish with them. They're good fishers and they'll last. You know, I probably would still have my first one, but it's on the bottom of the lake. So I don't really know how long they last, but I've heard stories about them just lasting maybe a year, year and a half, if you're hard fishing with them all the time. But if you're just a fair weather fisherman and you only go every now and then, and you know, when old Tom's ready to go take the boat out, then this would probably work for you. They're only about 35 to 45 bucks, and for a beginner, it's fantastic. And like I said, it'll teach you how to use them, and when you do upgrade, you will appreciate your upgrades a whole lot better. So for a budget reel, can't go wrong. Black Max is awesome. Next in line, I've got a Revo X. If you can afford it, maybe 40 bucks more. So you're looking at a price point of maybe 80 bucks or so, give or take. Revo X, you cannot go wrong with this little guy. She casts so smooth. And I've got this one just for crankbaits. So what I mean by that is this is a 5-4 to 1. This little Black Max, I won this in a fishing tournament. I didn't even put line on it yet, but most of the time I can only find these in 6-4 to 1 gear ratio. Now they say that you can get them in a 7 to 1. I never could find it, so this is what I see normally is a 6-4 to 1. But you get up into the Revos and you can kind of get different gear ratios. So on this one right here, I chose to go with a 5-4 to 1, and like I said, this is just for my crankbaits. I don't really use it for anything else. Maybe probably tie a worm on it or whatever and do a little, you know, drag it across the bottom real slow. But Revo X, for less than 100 bucks, and you can have this, and it is awesome also. So if you've got the funds and you're pretty positive you're going to stick with it, go with one of these little guys. The Revo SX. I actually got this one on a combo, come on a Johnny Morris 2.0 rod or whatever, 6.6. This became one of my favorite reels. I think these in a box is going to be around 120 bucks or so, give or take. So this little guy right here's got 10 ball bearings, and she is so smooth. I can cast a country mile with this little guy. Now I know some of the guys are going to be like, well, you should try a Revo winch or this and that. Well, that's cool, but I'm not going to spend $250, $300, $400, $600 on a reel, because I don't fish that much. If I was professional fisherman and I was going to go 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm just going to be chunking this sucker out several thousands and thousands of times over a month period, then yes. If I were making money with it, then yes, I would be spending $400 or $500 on a reel. I don't. I just want something that's going to work and it's going to be fun to fish with, and these are absolutely fun to fish with. So at about 120 bucks, now that's just for the reel. Some of these you can, like the Revo X, and you find them on combos for fairly cheap, and you get you a stick with it. But for this one right here, probably one of my faves. It's SX. You'll dig it. And like I said, you got the tension knobs, got the clickers. I love the clicker. The Black Max does not. It's just kind of free floating, and so that's to each his own. After you get used to it, you will appreciate the clicking tensioner knob and all the other features that they have. We're not going to go into specs and this and that. You know, there's a ton of other videos. This is just for the beginner baitcaster fisherman. Okay. Now that's my Abus. Now this next one is a Lew's TLC 1SH. Probably one of my favorite reels, okay? And this is just a Lew's laser tournament, or tournament laser. It's a 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. I can use just about anything on this. And I paired it with a all-star medium heavy 6.6 rod. Cheap rod as well. I think you can pick them up for like $50. Probably one of my favorite rigs, okay? If I'm going somewhere, if I'm doing some pond hopping, this is gonna be with me. I've got 2 of them that sit in my boat all the time, and 1 that stays in my pickup truck. I've never had a problem with these, and I can cast country mile with it. It's strong. I've hooked bunches of stumps on the bottom of the lake, and you know, it ain't broke it yet. So anyways, these right here are around 120, 125 bucks just for the reel. But I think you can find them online, or not online, but you can find them online also for a little cheaper, and you can find them on sale a lot of times for 99 bucks. Fantastic deal. Make sure you check this out. If you've got the extra funds to do so, I would recommend this little guy right there. This is his more expensive little brother. It's just a Lew's tournament. It is a, where are you at? A TSLP 1SH. It's got some features I don't even know. Something on the tension knob. It's got another little guy right here. I don't really know what that does, okay? But I still use it anyway. This is what I use for my jigs. I got it on a big heavy stick, and I can chunk it out there and get it back pretty fast. It's 7.5 to 1. I'm a 7.5 to 1 kind of guy. I like them. They're just a good middle of the road reel for me. And then topping out the budget reel would be $200. I'm gonna say $200 is, you know, still a budget, okay? Maybe not for the first one, but $200 is still a budget compared to $500, $600, $700 for other reels. And this is the Concept Z. This thing will cast a country freaking mile, okay? It's got a ceramic bearings, and oh my God, it is so awesome. At $200, I was like, I don't know about that, all right? But after having it, it's a 7.3 to 1. After having it, I dig it. I mean, this is kind of what I use for my top water that I need to cast across the lake and want to get that nice morning bite. That's usually what I use this with, and it seems to work really well. So if you want something that's going to cast forever, that one and this one, really. These two right here, probably 2 of my more expensive ones, and they will cast forever, have not let me down. Just like anything, you've got to maintain whatever you get. You've got to maintain what you got. If you don't maintain it, next year, it's probably not going to be as good as it was the year before. And then the next year, it's going to be even worse than what it was the year before. So at the end of fishing season, so I know some of you guys probably fish in places where you just can't go fishing when it gets winter time. So when it's time for fishing season to be over, you take your reels and get them serviced. You get them serviced just like you do anything, like you do your car or anything like that. I don't even care. I don't care if it's even just your Black Max. Take your Black Max and get it serviced, and it'll give you more than 2-3 years of service, okay? So long story short, if you're looking to get into bait casters and want to get away from the spinning rigs, and you're on a really tight budget and you're just not sure if you want to stick with it, Black Max, you can't go wrong with it. They've got the Black Max, Silver Max, and the Pro Max. A few of them have a little different features, and the higher you go up, the Black Silver Max is just a little bit more expensive than the Black, and so on and so forth. But for the Black Max, you can get this with a combo for a whole lot of nothing. You can get this in a combo for the same price as just this reel, right? So think about that, and go ahead and get you one. Learn how to use it. You're going to bird nest the crap out of it. Just get ready for that. Just when you do, take you another reel, like one that you're really good with and one that you're used to, so when you do bird nest in it and it's a wreck and you can't get it to work again until you get home and get the line off of it, you got something else for a backup, okay? And another good thing to do is sit in your yard and if you practice pitching, because if you're in front of a boat, you don't have to shit whip it every time, you know, unless you're on a bank. But if you're on a boat, you want to get like some coffee cans and just practice, target practice, all right? And there's a shit ton of videos on YouTube of how to pitch, how to flip, how to skip, all those. Watch them and practice, because if you don't practice and you go out there to fish, you're going to be disappointed, all right? And that is about it. hopefully I will get out of the water pretty soon. Springtime's coming up, and we can go through these reels again, and maybe give you a few more specs on them, and teach you how to set them up, set your drag, set your tensioner, and all that good jazz, and get out there and catch some bass. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Oh, and by the way, if you like the video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I really enjoy doing these. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a hobby of mine now, and hopefully if we get some more people to like, and I'm still going to keep doing it regardless. So if you don't like them, you can unlike them too, so it doesn't matter to me. It's fun, I like it, and I love doing these little fishing tutorials. I'm not a pro by any means, but I really dig it, and it's just a good time to blow off some steam. Anyways, guys, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you later.